Hello everyone. We are going to discuss how to determine your estimated net proceeds when selling your home. Now, many of us are familiar with the fact that selling your home can become very, very stressful. So, one of the ways in which to minimize your stress is knowing how to determine your estimated net proceeds. Knowing your estimated net proceeds always allows for peace of mind, and it gives you a strong sense of direction. The starting point is knowing what price you could realistically expect to achieve for your home. Once you've established a realistic price, you will then need to allow for specific costs associated with the selling of your home. Now, unfortunately, as a seller, you have certain obligations that need to be fulfilled, specifically in the performance of the sale agreement. And as much as the buyer has certain obligations and costs that need to be paid, so do you. One of the requirements is an entomologist certificate, which you must allow for, and this must be done by a reputable and properly registered service provider. Similarly, you will need to allow for an electrical compliance certificate, and here too, this must be done by a reputable and properly registered service provider. These need to be done by authorized service providers who can indeed issue a valid compliance certificate. We've seen over the years where a seller, especially in the case of the electrical compliance certificate, engages the services of a friend or a relative who don't do a proper job of attending to any required repairs, but issues a certificate. Now, don't be tempted to compromise your credibility. Don't ever be tempted to compromise on your credibility purely because you want to get the job done cheaply. If after the sale, a buyer becomes aware that a certificate was issued where it should not have been issued, this may cause legal complications for you. Hence, when planning for these, you must consider the compliance inspection fee as well as allow for any repairs that may need to be undertaken prior to a compliance certificate being issued. The costs of these certificates can range from 600 Rand to 950 Rand each, excluding any remedial work that may need to be done. So if in the course of the inspection they detect that some repairs need to be done, then obviously those repairs will be quoted for separately and they need to be attended to before the certificate is issued. Another factor to consider is if you have an existing bond over the property, then you will need to give your bank timeous notice to cancel the bond, failing which you will be liable for penalties. The banks, to my knowledge, need approximately 90 days notice to cancel an existing bond. And that generally, when you put your property onto the market, you can give your bank that notice. But either way, you do need to give that notice should you plan on cancelling your bond. Your bank will engage the services of a bond cancellation attorney where you will be responsible for those costs, which is the bond cancellation cost. Now, you need to understand that the bank, via the bond cancellation attorney, charges a fee of approximately 3,000 Rand to 5,000 Rand. It could be a bit higher, all depending on the bank and on the particular attorney, but they wouldn't that sort of range. And that's to have an existing bond cancelled at the deeds office. So be aware that you will need to budget for this. All outstanding rates and all levies must be settled prior to date of transfer. The attorney will liaise with the municipality for rates clearance. Many municipalities now request 3-month rates and estimated utilities which need to be paid prior to transfer. Your agent or attorney can advise you further regarding your local municipality's requirements. Please be mindful of this, as I've come across so many sellers who seem surprised by this requirement. So please be aware and also plan for that when you're selling your home. And where you engage the services of a real estate agent to sell your home, then you will be responsible for their fees in the form of commission, which is usually an agreed upon rate calculated against the purchase price. As with anything in life, you must prepare and plan. You don't want to compromise your peace of mind by being faced with unplanned costs. Remember that this is the disposal of possibly your most important asset. So go about it in a methodical manner and plan for costs that are associated in selling a property. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.